Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Um, so we finished last time with a question, which was why do we engage in meditation, and what's the value of it? The ultimate value of meditation is part of your flourishing, right? So the rule out there is what's out there is within. So we need to look at it as a mirror. So you plant a seed. First, you need to look at a seed. And most seeds are hard, they are well protected, and they are lifeless to look at. This is how we begin in life. Yeah, even though we become that. Let me say that. We begin something different, but we become this hardened possibility. Possibility. From looking at the seed, you can't determine what it's going to grow into unless you are a gardener of a sort. A fig tree, if anyone's seen, is huge. But the seed from which it comes from is the size of a pinhead. The tree is always contained in the seed. Always. That's the general rule. So human beings, you, me, and everyone else, do you know what the word human means? Interesting word, no? High mind. Has kind of Sanskrit root somewhere. Man means mind, who means high within itself. If we didn't have a mind, would we be any different from anything else? No. So the mind is this fundamental capacity that we have that allows to differentiate ourselves. And in itself, it is the possibility, the potential of what is possible from that inert seed. But you need to give it some conditions. Dig it in and pull it out. Dig it in, pull it out. You don't do that. You leave it alone. Rule number one. Rule number two is you nurture it with the right ingredients: water, warmth, darkness. Has to begin with darkness of not knowing. And if you give it the right conditions, it sprouts by itself. Doesn't take anyone's intervention, does it by itself. And as it begins to grow, it grows upwards and at the same time grows downwards. The upwards is your actualization. It's what is possible. What is possible with you wherever you are. All, each and every one of us. What is possible, the potential. And we may be great musicians, we may be great drivers, we may be great painters, great gardeners, whatever it is. An art, something that expresses us for what we are, doesn't have any other value apart from a value to do with how it makes you feel. No other currency. Now, if we don't have that, then life doesn't bring us as much joy. Right? That's the possibility, the potential. So that comes out, and there are then the two on the right track. Number one, self-compassion. How are you treating yourself? Do you deserve to be treated the way you are? By others and by yourself. Why aren't you ever good enough? Why is everyone else's life better than yours? Why are you the victim? And we begin to realize, hey, hold on a second. This is all my mental games, and I don't even know it's being played. So meditation allows us to first realize the damage we can do ourselves, the limitation we give ourselves simply through the self-talk. Now they've realized antidepressants don't actually work. Did you realize that just a couple of days ago, some news article? It's not the serotonin levels that create depression. It's when you feel trapped. Whenever you feel trapped, sooner or later, whether it's in the workplace, whether it's in your life, whether it's in a relationship, it doesn't matter where it is. The moment you begin to feel that trappedness, depression becomes a particular symptom. It's a symptom. It's not an illness. It's a symptom of being in that space. So we grow, we actualize, we become compassionate towards ourselves and to others, right? These are the two seeds. As we grow further, we then have buds. Those are your self realization. Wow, I'm not just a seed, I'm a plant. I'm not just a plant that grows upwards, but I have roots. And you begin to find your roots, your spiritual space. That's without that, it doesn't matter what meditation you do, it doesn't matter what you do, we have no roots. We need the roots. And society has been very, very valuable or cunning in cutting the roots. So there are no wisdom. There's no wisdom, no lineage, no wisdom. And where there is wisdom, it's marginalized. So we find that even if we have the possibility of getting to the leaves and the actualization of really starting to be who we are, there are just so many restrictions that do not allow that capacity to take place. Through self realization, those buds take place and become flowers. And just as the seed did not know the plant it was going to grow into, the buds don't know the kind of flower they're going to bloom into. And everything is like a quantum leap. It's a new reality, it's a new way of being. That new way of being then allows the flower, which then has a fragrance, and flowers have a capacity. They attract, they're sweet, and they behold. You become awestruck. The same kind of qualities you may associate with a space, state of non duality, a state of awakening, recognizing you and I and everything else, including the flower, are nothing more than this happening. But if you allow the conditions to be right, then the potential of the happening is what I term as human flourishing. And I don't talk about it because I've read about it or I've heard about it, but I have witnessed it and seen it and practiced it. So it becomes a lived experience. And it goes from self actualization to self realization. I ain't the fragile little ego that I thought I was. And all that belief system that the ego had, it's so irrelevant. All I know to be the truth is now. There is no other truth. That gives us sovereignty, the possibility to exercise your will in a way that determines what's best for you and best for all that's around you, not ego led. So I asked the question, why do we meditate? Meditation is that nurturing, that unconditional nurturing of just pouring the water, making sure the sun hits it, and the rest it'll take place by itself. But if we don't nurture and don't even plant the seed, then we're forever looking for something that'll take us a bit further. Yeah, I'll stop that. Okay, some meditation, going back to our space. So, as ever, we will begin with adjusting our posture. And again, I always emphasize this that it's quite a deliberate act. So, it's quite a deliberate act, pulling your back up, pushing your shoulders back. And the shoulders back is important, it opens the chest and the heart. And then take a moment to notice that your head and back can be aligned. If you just pull your chin a bit, your neck will stretch slightly. and allow you to find yourself a comfortable posture. If you need to move, you move. Notice whatever you're sitting on, how well you're held in place. Important to ground yourself here and now. The here and now is the only truth you can rely on because it's the experience. So we become aware of the ground beneath us. We become aware of how well we are held and supported, which means we can afford to slightly relax the flesh a bit. And then notice your posture. So take a breath in, and as you take a breath in, deliberately bringing your focus to yourself. Almost like the breath fills you up and you become aware of yourself. And as you become aware of yourself, take a note of what your present space is. Notice the posture. And if you do a quick body scan, starting with your head, your intention is simply to scan the body for sensations. Scanning your body downwards all the way down. Okay. What's going on with me right now? Let's look at our body. Identify anything that's dominant. A pain, an ache, a tightness, an itch. Any sensation that's dominant. Identify its location. Next breath in. Bring your focus to the seat that you're on. Notice the sensations where your body makes contact with whatever you're sitting on. And if you bring that focus upwards so you become aware of your hips, remember all we're doing is just taking a note of what's going on with ourselves. And we're going to do it very systematically. Notice what's going on with your hips. No commentary, just looking for sensations. Then moving down towards your thighs, from your knees, allow this awareness to gently move downwards towards your ankles, scanning the back of your legs, all the way down to your ankles. Becoming aware of your feet, and then becoming aware of the soles of your feet as best as you can. Bring your focus back to the chair that you're on. Notice that the back is straight and upright. Next breath in, you bring your focus gently up your back, scanning your lower back, moving towards your middle back. Take your time. Remember, you're doing a scan, a diagnostic scan of yourself. From your middle back, you move up towards your shoulder blades. Again, if you synchronize it with the breath coming in, you will notice that it has a different quality. Notice your shoulder blades and then gently coming to your shoulders. And again, take your moment to notice anything that's dominant there. Does it feel tight? Is there a sensation there, even though we may not be able to describe it? And again, we just locate. And then as you breathe out, you move your focus down towards your elbows, and then moving from your elbows to your wrists, scanning all the way, alert, bringing your focus now to the palms of your hands. And again, just hold your awareness there for a short while, and you'll begin to notice that the sensations are changing. And then gently bringing your focus towards your fingers. Next breath in, moving your awareness now towards the eyes. Notice that your eyes are closed. Notice that you have awareness of the back of your eyelids, and you have awareness of the darkness, the absence of images. And as you breathe out, you allow your eyes, this part of the body, to soften, moving your awareness on your next breath in towards your mouth. Begin with your mouth. Notice the sensations within your mouth, on the roof of your mouth. Notice your tongue. Does it feel firm or does it feel soft? Allow it to soften. And if we scan the tongue from the back towards the tip, we allow the tongue to soften. And then on your next breath out, you allow your face to soften. And once again, as the breath comes in, you become aware of yourself as best as you can. And once again, just a quick overview. Is there anything that's dominant in my body at this moment? Next breath in, bringing your focus to your inner space. And by that, we mean our thoughts and how we're feeling. Bring your focus towards your thoughts first. What thoughts are going through your head at this moment? Are there any thoughts present? How does your mental space feel? Does it feel tired? Does it feel fresh, clear? Does it feel strained? And then bringing your focus towards your chest. Begin to notice the movement of your chest in rhythm with the breath. Notice that as the breath comes in, The chest expands, and as the chest relaxes, you breathe out. Moving your focus now a bit deeper into your chest, as the right in the center of your body, in the center of your chest. And as you hold your awareness there, notice how you're feeling at this moment. Do you feel settled? Do you feel unsettled? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel calm? Are you in suffering of any kind? Dukkha. Or are you in non suffering? And on your next breath out, you begin to listen to all the sounds around you. Allow these sounds to come to you rather than looking for them. Simply opening our awareness. When you're ready, bring your focus just beneath your nose and begin to watch your breath. And you begin to notice that you have an in breath that goes in and an out breath that goes out. And all you've got to do at this stage is just hold your focus beneath your nose, have awareness of the movement of your breath. Stay with your breath. If you find you've been distracted by my voice or another thought, notice the distraction, come back to your breath. Notice that your in breath has a start and an end. The out breath has a start and an end. The in breath begins, lasts for a while, stops, there's a little gap. The out breath begins, lasts for a short while, and ends. And there's a gap. See if you can notice the gaps between the in and the out breath. Allow the breath to breathe by itself. Follow your out breath all the way till the end and notice the tiny little gap before the in breath begins. See if you can notice that. Allowing your awareness to sink deeper and deeper into this moment. Stay with your breath, following your out breath all the way till the end. Allowing each breath to take you deeper into the moment of now. Stay with your breath. Stay with your breath. Relaxed yet alert. Notice how you're breathing now. How does the breath feel? Is it long or is it short? Stay with your breath. Does your breath feel fast or does it feel slow? Does your breath feel smooth or does it feel rough? Does your breath feel cool or does it feel warm? And then bringing your focus to the sound of your breath. Immersing our attention, listening to the breath as it comes in and as it goes out. And you will notice the longer you hear, sitting, listening to your breath, the deeper you go into the awareness. allowing your awareness to fix itself, to be absorbed, listening to the in breath as it comes in, listening to the out breath as it goes out, as best as you can. Stay with your breath. And on your next breath out, gently opening your awareness to all the sound and the noises around you, including the sound of your breath. Listening, allowing any sound to simply come to you. Gently bring your focus just beneath your nose and just simply sit with your breath in silence. Stay with your breath, stay with your space. If it feels calm, notice the calmness. If it feels peaceful, notice the peace. If it feels still, notice the stillness. If it feels pleasant, notice the pleasantness. When you're ready, gently expand your awareness, becoming aware of your whole body as best as you can. Taking note of how the body feels at this moment. Notice you're still sitting on the same space you began. Sensations where your body makes contact with your seat. And from those sensations, you can bring your focus towards your thighs, becoming aware of your knees, and gently moving your focus downwards towards your ankles, feet, and then the soles of your feet, becoming present to yourself. Notice your back is still straight and upright. Shoulders, arms, hands are comfortable, relaxed. Your eyes are still closed. Your mouth is still closed, and your face is relaxed. Coming back to your breath. And now, as the breath comes in, we sense our body. And as the breath goes out, we sense our body. Appreciating the time we've taken out for ourselves. And just the intention to smile allows the body to lighten itself. Breathing in, you can sense your body. Breathing out, you can sense your body. When you hear the next bell, use this bell to a few slow, deep breaths in, gently bringing your focus back and gently opening your eyes. Take your time.